Hi, I'm told by some of you in the comments that today is the birthday of your friend Ethan Smith. I don't usually call people out by name on this channel, but happy birthday, Ethan. The Your friends wanted me to write you a poem of some kind. Their idea of guidance was to say that you're into dance and anime. Well, that's not a lot of help, is it? I mean, dance could be anything from ballet to breakdancing or slam dancing to salsa. I don't know where to run with. He's into dancing. And anime, well, I don't actually watch a lot of Japanese cartoons or comics myself. The last manga comic series I remember reading was probably Iron Fist Chinmi, Kung Fu Boy. Those were printed very, very cheaply. They hadn't thought of flipping the pages so that they read left to right like English writing. So they were in English, but you had to open the book at the back and read the wrong way round because it was still printed the same way round that a Japanese comic would have been printed. They didn't even think to just, scan the images and press flip as you can so easily nowadays. Um, I don't watch a lot of anime either, although I think the last series I probably watched would have been watching on Netflix um, the Legend of Korra, and of course before that, the Last Airbender. Yes, those two series set in the very interesting world where there's all the nations of earth, air, fire, and water, and how between the first and the second series, between Avatar, The Last Airbender, and The Legend of Korra, they seem to have gone from medieval to early 20th century technology, as though they've gone through a really rapid, what do you call it, industrial revolution. It's a very cool world, but I'm not sure if that's your thing. And I haven't watched many other animes rather. I think the first anime derived TV show I ever watched was way back in the 70s or early 80s, a thing called Battle of the Planets, which was a version of the Japanese anime Science Ninja Team Gatchaman. But because um, American TV executives in those days assumed all animated cartoons were for children, it had to be made really tame and kid friendly so that any references to deaths or destruction were toned down massively so that the cities that got blown up were supposed to have already been evacuated. So those were only empty buildings we saw being destroyed. And the enemy soldiers were all supposed to be robots. So if a whole shipload of them got blown out of the sky, don't worry, they weren't people, they were just robots. You didn't have to worry. Um, Plus, the big bad guy was some kind of gender shifting or non binary monster who appeared as, well, not monster, mutant. He appeared as both a male and a female character at different points. They thought that would be too shocking for children's viewing, so they, I think, decided the female version was the sister of the male version. And so on. They had to cut so much out that they then had to pad it out by putting in a friendly, cute talking robot called Seven Zark 7 and his pet robot dog, One Rovo One, as though a robot needs a pet. Anyway, they seriously butchered the original because they couldn't handle the idea of a cartoon that was aimed at young adults or teenagers. They had to make it all kid friendly because it was an animation, it was on TV. However, I don't suppose you even remember something as ancient as that, so I can't really help you with that um, as a poem either. But the other comment that your friends made was that you're an aspiring poet yourself. Okay, well in that case, I could dash off a little poem. It only took me a few minutes that maybe could be dedicated to, well, to Ethan Smith or to any other aspiring poets out there. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what I managed to come up with. Okay, just the aspiring poet poem. The aspiring poet poem. A way with words is an excellent skill. You can use them to move, to persuade, or to thrill. To write in verse can appear quite daunting. Those who can do it may seem to be flaunting a skill that's special and sets them apart. But it's really quite easy if you write from the heart. If poetry's your thing, then keep on trying. Writing beautiful verse can set your spirits flying. Ooh, that didn't scan it. Maybe I should have said set your heart flying. A talent with words is a thing to cherish. Help me to grow. Don't allow it to perish. Not a brilliant work, perhaps, but fun. And good advice. If you like poetry, and that's what you want to do, you keep practicing. Do the best you can. I'm sure you can be better than me someday. That's no great deal. Anyway, happy birthday again. And thank your friends for nagging me to do this with you. Okay, have a good one, Ethan. Bye.